There is a face you have looked at more than any other face on earth. You have studied it for years. You know every angle of it. And here is the strange part, nobody else has ever seen it. Not your family. Not your closest friend. The face you know best, the one in the mirror, does not exist anywhere outside your own head. And the proof has been sitting in your camera roll this whole time. You have felt this. Someone shows you a photo from last weekend. Everyone in it looks normal except you. Something about your face is slightly wrong. The smile sits strangely. The whole arrangement feels like a bad imitation of you. So you say the thing everyone says, I'm just not photogenic. But here is what should bother you about that explanation. The camera did nothing special to you. It captured your face the same way it captured everyone else's. They look fine to themselves. You look wrong to yourself. The difference is not in the camera. The difference is in you. And in 1977, two psychologists ran one of the sneakiest experiments in the history of the field to prove it. At the University of Wisconsin, researchers Theodore Mita, Marshall Dermer, and Jeffrey Knight photographed female students. Then for each woman they made two prints. One was the true photo, her face as the world sees it. The other was flipped, a mirror image, her face as she sees it every morning. Then they showed both prints to each woman and asked a simple question: which one do you like more? The women consistently preferred the mirrored print, the fake one, the one that matched the face from their bathroom mirror. But the researchers were not done. They showed the same two prints to each woman's close friends, and the friends chose the opposite one. They preferred the true photo, the face they actually knew. Same face, two prints, and everyone preferred the version they had seen the most, which raises the real question: why would familiarity alone make a face look better? A decade before the mirror study, a psychologist named Robert Zajonc had discovered something quietly unsettling about the human brain. He showed people meaningless things, fake foreign words, random geometric shapes, over and over. The more times people saw something, the more they liked it. Not because it was good, not because it meant anything, simply because it was familiar. He called it the mere exposure effect, and it is one of the most replicated findings in psychology. Your brain treats familiarity as a quality. Seen it before gets quietly translated into safe, good, right. Now apply that to your face. You have seen your mirror image thousands of times while brushing your teeth, fixing your hair, glancing at dark windows. That flipped face is one of the most overexposed images in your entire life. Your brain has decided it is the correct version of you. So when a photo shows you the unflipped truth, your brain does not say, ah, the accurate one. It says, something is off. And here is where it gets stranger, because if your face were perfectly symmetrical, flipping it would change nothing. You would look identical both ways. The fact that the photo feels wrong proves something else about you. No human face is symmetrical. One eye sits slightly higher. The nose leans a few degrees. One side of your mouth pulls harder when you smile. These differences are small millimeters, but your brain is a precision instrument for faces. It reads them effortlessly. There is a classic demonstration of this. Take a portrait, split it down the middle, and build two new faces, one from two copies of the left half, one from two copies of the right. The two composite faces often look like different people. Some researchers have even found the two halves carry emotion differently. In a famous 1978 study in the journal Science, Harold Sackham and his colleagues found that the left side of the face tends to express emotion more intensely than the right. So when a mirror flips you, it is not a neutral copy. Your stronger smiling side switches places. The tilt of your nose reverses. Every small asymmetry you have memorized lands on the wrong side. The photo is not distorting you. It is unflipping you, and your brain, trained on thousands of hours of the reverse, flags the original as a forgery. Pause for a second and try this. Open your phone's camera, take a normal selfie, then flip it. One of those two faces will feel subtly wrong to you. Tell me in the comments which one, because the answer says something about which version of you your brain has accepted as real. But familiarity and asymmetry are still not the whole story, because cameras really are doing one thing to your face that mirrors never do. A mirror shows you a live, moving face from a conversational distance. A phone camera, held at arm's length, is doing something very different. When a wide lens is close to your face, the parts nearest the lens are magnified more than the parts farther away. Your nose is closest. In 2018, researchers writing in a facial plastic surgery journal calculated that a selfie taken at about 30 centimeters can make the nose appear roughly 30% wider than a photo taken from a normal portrait distance. People were showing up to plastic surgeons asking to fix noses that were never actually that shape. And there is one more layer. A mirror never freezes you. Your real face is constantly in motion, micro-expressions, small adjustments, the animation that people who love you actually respond to. A photo slices out 1/40th of a second of that motion and holds it still forever. We have all seen a paused video of an actor looking deranged mid-sentence. That is what a photo can do to anyone. You just never see yourself paused except in photos. So stack it up. The photo unflips your asymmetries. The lens inflates your nose. The shutter freezes you between expressions. And your brain compares all of that against a flattering, flipped, living image it has rehearsed for years. Of course, the photo loses. But here is the part of this that is genuinely worth sitting with. It is not really about photos at all. Every person who has ever loved you, trusted you, or remembered you fondly was looking at the photo version of your face, the unflipped one, the one you flinch at. To them, that face is not the wrong version. It is simply you, and through their own mere exposure effect, it is the version they have come to prefer. Which means the harsh judgment you pass on your own photos is a verdict from the only person on Earth using the wrong reference image. There is something almost gentle about that. The discomfort you feel looking at pictures of yourself is not evidence that you look bad. It is evidence that your brain built its idea of your face from a mirror, and reality refuses to match a reflection. Everyone around you carries a version of your face that you will never fully see, and they like it more than you like yours. You have never seen your real face in motion, from the outside, the way the people across the table see it. You never will. The closest thing you have is the photo you keep deleting. So 3 things to keep. Your mirror image is flipped, and thousands of hours of exposure trained your brain to prefer the flip. Your face is asymmetrical, which is why the unflipped photo feels like a stranger wearing your skin. And cameras add real distortions, close lenses, and frozen micro-expressions that mirrors never show you. You are not unphotogenic. You are just the only person grading your face against a reflection. And if a flipped face can feel like a stranger, consider your voice. The voice you hear when you speak is not the voice anyone else hears, for a completely different physical reason. When you first heard a recording of yourself and hated it, you were meeting a stranger too. That story is its own video, and it might be stranger than this one.